Okay, how to quit smoking, a practical guide by the Gringo Ninja. Right. So this isn't just applicable. This isn't just for smoking. I'm using smoking as an example because I can use myself as an example. But this is applicable to any bad habit that you want to kick, or anything bad. Maybe it's a person in your life. Anything in your life that's bad, that's cancerous for your existence. This is how you can cut it out for good. All right. Okay, so what would I know? So I started smoking at 14 years old, stupidly. That's one of the many things I regret, for sure. And managed to stop and start multiple times. And now I think I really have found what's gonna lead to my success in the long term. The longest I've ever gone for before this was about a year and a half. But now, after this long old journey, I now understand all these principles about what made me successful, what led me to fail, and that's what I'm going to explain to you now. But you don't have to listen to me, obviously. I can't prove to you that I'm the expert, but I feel like maybe I can give you a fresh perspective. I can break it down in a way that I've never personally heard myself before. So let's go into this. Step one, you've probably heard this one before, but don't lie to yourself, okay? So many people lie to themselves about smoking, about how bad it is for you, or if it's good for you. At the end of the day, if you want to stop smoking, it comes down to you, right? You're only going to be successful quitting if you actually want to stop. And if you don't actually want to stop, then you'll keep going back to it because you don't actually want to stop. So just be clear with yourself about stopping. And also, what I will say is, during the time that I was smoking before I quit, I was always very honest. I would always be very explicit with myself and anyone around me. I'd say, this is a shit, disgusting, stupid habit, and I'm heavily addicted to nicotine, and that's the only reason I'm doing this. I know it's dumb. I know it's stupid. It's costing me. I'm literally paying to kill myself quicker. So you just have to be. That will help you, never get comfortable with the fact that you're smoking. Always feel guilty about it. Okay, that's what you'll kind of set yourself up to be able to quit. I always found it really important to be completely brutally upfront with myself, not just the people around me, but with yourself. That's most important. Step number one, do not lie to yourself. And this is what I call the why replacement formula, okay? So your reason why you want to quit needs to be strong enough, okay? Because that's what you need to think about when the going gets tough, when you feel tempted to smoke, or if you're out and about and you feel tempted to ask someone for a cigarette. You need to think of your reason why, okay? Be very clear and strong about why and break it down in depth. If I pick up smoking again, how is that going to affect the very reason I went on this journey to begin with, the very reason I made this concrete decision to stop doing this in the first place? Okay, so for me, I'm not going to go into crazy detail, but it really comes down to family. It comes down to family, not just my current family, but also my future family. And you want to be around long enough to support everyone there, being present in their lives. And the second part of that formula is replacement. So you need to, once you stop smoking, you immediately need to replace it with something good, a good productive habit. So for me, that was, again, I've done martial arts my whole life, and I just went back into boxing, Muay Thai, get back into training intensely and get back into sparring, because those are the times you're really going to be presented with, okay, if I keep smoking, you're going to be presented with the reality of what smoking is doing to you, yeah? So if I keep smoking, it doesn't matter how big and tough and strong I think I am, how skilled I am, eventually you're going to get your ass kicked in that sparring, in that ring, because someone in there isn't smoking, is gonna outpace you. They're going to work a pace that you can't maintain. You can't keep up with them, and they're going to smash your face in. So there's the fear of that immediately, that's helped me get rid of it. And also running. So I've started running 6 days a week. Okay, not only does running just help you clear out all the crap from your lungs, that makes you, just makes you feel a difference. I noticed 3 days after smoking 20 cigarettes a day, I was far clearer in my breathing. I was no longer coughing up phlegm and all this crap. Yeah. So running is very addictive. There's so many facets to this, but smoking gives you dopamine. You can also derive dopamine from things like, boxing, kickboxing, sports, or running. If you've probably heard of the term runner's high. So don't wait to start running or doing exercise after you stop smoking. Start immediately. Okay? Obviously you go your own pace, and eventually you'll improve over time. But you need to replace that habit sharpish. In summary, you need to be 100% honest with yourself. Do not lie. Do not bullshit yourself. Be brutally honest about what smoking is doing to you, what you're doing to your body, why the decisions you're making are stupid, and why you need to change them. Okay. Second thing, find your why. What is the number one reason? What is the number one thing that would improve if you stop smoking? Yeah. And you need to really break that reason down. So I think the strongest reason is family. I don't know I think that's probably should be applicable to everyone, really. What reason could really be stronger than that, than being there for your future children, or being there for your parents, your brothers and your friends and your sisters and whatever you got, your pets, your dogs, your cats, etc. And then lastly, find a healthy replacement. I recommend boxing, because it's so any kind of fighting, really, MMA, boxing, kickboxing, because it's so brutally, it's so cardiovascularly demanding that the two cannot coincide with each other. You cannot smoke and be a good fighter, really. I mean, there's obviously you get the Thai fighters, but if you haven't grown up fighting in Thailand, fighting every single weekend, then you're not going to be a good fighter and being able to smoke, okay? Or it's just going to make it so much more difficult to be a good fighter. That's the end of the video. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you found that useful.